Isn't it against the labor law not to let your employees use PTO whenever they want to use it? I'm sure you don't want me reporting it to the labor department. I'm fine if you do that. What? I said I'm fine with that.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Tom. I'm a terrific young man in a managerial position. I see. Arnold seems to be doing a good job this season. Victory is ours! You're at work right now. You shouldn't be doing that, Charles. Can you please do those non-work related things during your break or your personal time? What's wrong with you? I'm just taking a small break. How dare you talk to me when you knew what I was doing? Charles, where are you going? I'm going to the bathroom. Got a problem with that? We're entering our busy season starting tomorrow. I need to get his cooperation. I'm going to work hard. What? Charles isn't here. Hello? Charles? What do you want? Did you just wake up? Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna use my PTO starting today. No, you can't do that. What? Isn't it against the labor law not to let your employees use PTO whenever they want to use it? You can't possibly use your PTO without prior notice or approval. It's against our company policy. I'm sure you don't want me reporting it to the labor department. Why do you want to take PTO so badly? Is this some type of emergency, like a family emergency or funeral or something? I'm going to work at a different company starting next month, so I decided that I want to take all my PTO before I leave this job. It was great working with you. Bye. Hold on, we're not done talking. I have the freedom to choose my job, and you're violating my freedom. Look, I understand where you're coming from, but PTO is the workers' right. The company is obligated to provide PTO, and workers are obligated to use it. But then PTO, I'm the worker here. Just listen. I tried my best to provide a detailed explanation on why I couldn't approve him to go on a PTO starting today, but that's your problem, not mine. Look, it's called the time change right, and I'm going to the labor department. I'm sure you would understand if you listened to my explanation. I'm going to the labor department. Time change. I'm going to the labor department. Time. I'm going to the labor department. I can't do this anymore. I'm super upset. Fine. Go ahead and do that if that's what you want. Yup, I'm going right now. I know you're just bluffing. You're gonna regret that you made me mad. Say whatever you want. I hate this guy. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! The next day, I had an urgent matter that I needed to take care of at the labor department. What? Why are you guys taking the company's side? That's the voice of the man that I hate the most in this world. Look, I'm gonna tell you one more time. I'm gonna start working at a new company as an official hire by quitting the company where I currently work as a contract employee. That's why I'm quitting my current job. And then this stupid boss named Tom tried to tell me that he can't quit and all these other ridiculous things.
Okay.
You get it, right? The company is being ridiculous.
Huh? Are they saying anything ridiculous?
The freedom to choose a job is something that's guaranteed by the Constitution.
Yes, you do have the right to choose your occupation, but it doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want.
But I'm the worker!
From a legal perspective, there's nothing wrong with what the company is doing.
No way! Can I talk to your manager?
Huh?
You're not being helpful at all. I need to talk to your manager.
They're just going to give you the same answer.
I don't care. Let me talk to him. Is something going on over here?
Oh, Chief.
Are you the guy with the highest position here? Just listen to what I tell you. This is what happened. Oh, you're at fault then. What? I'm at fault? You work for a contract for a set period of time, right? That's right, so what? I have the freedom to choose my job, and that has no power against my right. Yes, it does. What? Unless there is an inevitable reason to resign, you can't legally resign from a contract job that you agreed to take for a set term. This means that you basically can't quit the job. Tom! The only way for you to quit is to provide proof that you're going through anything that applies as the inevitable reason that you must resign. I told you that I got a job at another company. That's not going to be considered an inevitable reason. That's the company's problem. I've been telling you that's not the case. Some examples of inevitable reasons can be being under medical condition or having any other conditions that interfere with performing the job duties that have been agreed upon contract.
This is what I was telling you when I said that you can't do anything you want.
I told you, right?
It's true that we are here to help the workers who might, in most cases, not be in a favored position over the company, but...
It doesn't make it okay for you to do anything. So, you guys are ultimately on the rich people's side, aren't you?
There's nothing we can do to help you.
That's right. Well, you have to talk to the people from your company about this. The bastard from my company won't do anything about it, and that's why I'm here. You better be responsible for wasting my time like this. Okay, go to the bathroom and splash some cold water on your face. What does that mean? If you keep yelling, I'll call security. Are you okay with that? None of you guys get what I'm saying, and this is ridiculous! This isn't going to be it! I wished you worked just a little harder for just a little longer, just so you can leave this job seamlessly! I don't care what you say to me! You need to be responsible! I'm sure you're old enough to know that! Shut up! Is Charles here today?
Nope, he's not.
I see. I've been calling and texting him, but he hasn't been responding. Tom, we got a letter from Charles directed to the CEO. What? From Charles? Can I just give it to him? This isn't going to be it. Let me take a look at it first. Do you guys realize that you're a company that invades the rights and freedoms of workers? Immediately admit that I'm no longer with you guys, or else I'm gonna talk to the media about this. I'm gonna post this on social media. Your company is gonna go viral, and you're gonna be in trouble. P.S. I am extremely displeased with this matter. You have caused mental distress, and you better pay me retirement. I'll take that money in place of compensation. These are clearly threats.
What do we do?
We have no choice. We'll just take care of him by taking the proper steps that any company should legally take. Yeah, right. I spoke with my supervisor about this, and he assigned me to handle the situation. You're quite persistent. I'd never want to be your enemy. I'll take that as a compliment. About 10 days after Charles stopped coming to work, I decided to reach out to him.
The number you have dialed is currently unavailable at this time.
Of course.
I don't think he would ever call us back either.
I agree, but then we still need to take the proper steps as a company.
He hasn't even responded to your emails either. I don't think he's coming back.
Even then, I'm gonna go visit his house to see if he's there and ask what's going on. While I worked hard during the busy season, I made sure I was taking the proper steps to handle Charles' situation. 25 days after Charles stopped coming to work, the situation finally started to change.
Tom, Charles is here.
Thanks. Go ahead and bring him here. Hello, Charles. Long time no see. Oh, don't give me that. Why do you keep reaching out to me to ask me to come back to work instead of letting me resign from this job? I'm just doing my job. I'm not a guy who's gonna stay stuck with this company. My new company is asking me to provide proof of resignation from this company. I need it right now. Also, about the retirement fee, I need both of them right here, right now. Proof of resignation, huh? Since we're almost done with our busy season, I'm sure I can get that to you soon. Of course you would! But I can't pay you retirement. You were a contract employee, and you would have never been paid any retirement to begin with. What? Why would you say that? It's because it's the policy. I don't recommend you spending time trying to get it because you won't get it no matter what. How dare you act so petty after getting in my way all this time? A company that doesn't take care of their employees will fail. Oh, I wonder who's the one who's about to fail. Huh? What is it? Did you say something? Oh, nothing. I'll make sure I provide a proof of termination, so just give me some time, okay? You better get it done. I'm starting my new job on the 10th of next month, so I need it by then, okay? Don't worry, I'll get it done by the end of this month. If you don't get it done, I'm gonna talk to the media this time for sure. Okay.
10th of next month?
He could have worked through our busy season. It's okay, guys.
I don't like this. He cheated the system, and it feels like he won this game.
It's okay, don't worry. He cheated the system, and he'll face the consequences.
Huh?
What does that mean? You'll find out in the middle of next month. I guarantee that you're gonna be pleased with the outcome of Charles' destiny, and we'll all know that we should never cause trouble to other people.
Okay.
I hope so. Now, let's all get to work. I'll just say that Charles is going to be storming into our office again in the middle of next month. Storming in, for sure. Hey, Tom, what the heck is going on? What is it? You're scaring me. You did this. I know you did this to me. What are you talking about? Don't act like you don't know what you did. My new boss asked me why the reason for my termination wasn't voluntary, but the paperwork said it was an involuntary termination. Oh, about that. That's right. The way you resigned wasn't the way most terminations go, so I'm sure your boss asked you why you left this job, right? What? Let me tell you why. Because you were working for a contract with us, it was extremely challenging to have you voluntarily resign without fulfilling the contract term. If we go into a trial, it can become an illegal termination, so it was challenging. That's why most companies never terminate any contract employees, no matter how much of a problem employee they may be. But your case happened to be an involuntary termination. Oh, I guess your new boss happened to find something strange about the fact that you've involuntarily left this job.
I know Tom is making it sound that way, but...
Most companies that require proof of termination from a previous job tend to have an extremely strict HR team.
Involuntary, even though it gives a negative impression compared to voluntary resignation, it's still wording that's commonly seen. I'm sure Kevin never realized it when he finally got that paperwork.
We're obligated to provide the employment duration on the proof of termination. By the book, I went ahead and wrote your hire date along with the day that you decided to resign from this job. Also noted that you were a 1-year contract employee, too. Huh? What? Huh?
I guess he doesn't get it, since he's not versed with HR and risk management.
He did this to make sure Charles didn't notice anything, while also making sure that his new boss would question his previous employment here. Why? Why is this happening to me?
It's because you deserve it.
You deserve it, bro.
Either way, Tom did it so cleverly.
This is so pleasing to watch.
Woohoo, Tom!
All I did was to stay accurate and get the facts straight about how you left your job with us. Is that what's causing this? And you caused this to yourself, no one else. Shut up! This termination was considered an involuntary separation because you have gone on unapproved time off for 14 days after you have exhausted all of your PTO. And that's why we decided to proceed with an involuntary discharge. What? An involuntary discharge? Is that how the company considers this? What did you think? You've missed work without communication for 14 days, and you're considered to have abandoned your job. This is information that you have signed for upon accepting your contract employment from us. But that's only if I never responded to your communication, right? Yup, and we've been communicating. No, you haven't! What are you talking about? You even came to our office to say... Oh, don't give me that! Why do you keep reaching out to me to ask me to come back to work instead of letting me resign from this job? As you were raising your voice? Oh? I don't remember any of that. Don't worry, I have an audio record. Oh, don't give me that! Why do you keep reaching out to me to ask me to come back to work instead of letting me resign from this job? What? You were recording me? I had to make sure I was ready to deal with a guy without any common sense like you. Given this situation, I knew you'd have pretended not to recall what you said. Does this mean that no matter what I do, you probably won't be able to work at the company that you were supposed to have started with? Oh my goodness! This is Checkmate! This is great! Oh boy, I'm sorry. I know you've always wanted to be officially employed. Mr. Tom! Don't worry. What? You have a future with your dream. What? Does that mean you're going to help? It's going to be a nightmare. Oh God, a nightmare? Yup, a nightmare to the void. It's back. Don't give me that "it's back" as if you've brought back a special menu item at a restaurant. You decided to go on your PTO without prior notice, despite the fact that we were going into a busy season, and ignored our communication despite the fact that we reached out to ask you to come to work on multiple occasions. When you go against a contract that you agreed on, you may be liable to compensate for the damage that you caused. For example, if you decide to resign from the contract to find another employment opportunity, you can be liable to compensate for the damage you have caused, just like now. Compensate for the damage? You're exaggerating! Contract term is basically a promise that you made with the company, and you're obligated to fulfill the contract during that period. If you decide to go on an unimproved resignation without 2 weeks' notice, the company can make you liable to compensate for the damage that you've caused. But I'm now unemployed! Until the day you've legally fulfilled the contract, you can't abandon the job that you're obligated to complete, that's all! But just because you had one person missing, there couldn't have been so much damage. That's the company's problem and not mine! You're right that upon being liable for the compensation, you will have to provide a proper explanation in regards to the reason why you had to leave the job without fulfilling the contract, which can be quite challenging. Right? In that case, however, that's going to depend all on the contract between the employer and the employee. For example, if the contract listed that you would be working until a certain day of the month, you could be sued and, again, be liable to compensate for the damages that you've caused. And so we will. Oh my goodness! I don't want to hear any of that! Stop it! Además, ha estado enviando algunas cartas amenazantes a nuestra empresa una y otra vez, ¿no?
Huh? Además, Tom says also you've been sending some threatening letters to our company over and over again, haven't you?
No, that's not what I tried to do. And why are you speaking in Spanish? You're guilty of threat, so we're going to file a police report against you. Be ready. What? A police report? The final gift that we'll give you is a criminal record. Oh my God, you're overkilling me. Oh, please, you can't do that to me. Yes, I can. I hate people who don't care about other people and try to act as if you get to say and do whatever you want just because you're a worker. Please don't file a police report against me. Please. Nope, we're filing it. I don't recall writing anything like that. What if I tell you that I was set up for this? What would happen? I'll send the letters to the analytics. I have a bunch of letters that you've written, and I'm sure that we'll find results that indicate that you were the one who wrote those letters if we compare them to your writing on your application. Damn it! What's the matter? Are you still trying to get away with this? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. That's exactly what you're trying to do. We've compromised so much while we were still giving you a chance. We ultimately approved your 10 days of absence for you to use your PTO, so we asked you to come to work after that period. But you ignored us, and that was when you were destined to end up where you are now. Oh no! Oh no! If I end up with a criminal record, I don't even know if I'd ever find a new job, even if I were to look into another contract opportunity. The world is big. I'm sure there's gonna be a kind employer who'll be willing to take someone like you in. Huh? Are you telling me? Yup, life is full of surprises. So, you're gonna reinstate my... Oh, no. We're not going to reinstate your contract. No way! No! How dare you let me keep my hopes up like that? This is my specialty, to make sure I legally kick a villain's butt, just like that. As I stated, Charles had ended up with a criminal record due to the threat. His life was over by the time he decided to mess with me. Where did my life go wrong? That bastard! If only I never dealt with that silver-headed devil. I'm not a devil. I'm a good boy. As for me, I've been having a fun and productive time with my colleagues now that we don't have the villain working at our office. There's nothing wrong with using PTO. I love PTO. But I hope we can all be considerate about when and how to use our PTO to make sure we don't cause our colleagues any problems. Trouble Busters.